should be live. Okay. Okay.
Hey, Mom, you doing this?
I'm doing this. See? See my chat's turned on. All right. So we'll give it a little bit. Let people say hello. We'll wait for people.
Hi.
Yeah. Say we're hanging out around the fire pit, enjoying some time at home. I know you guys know home time is never long enough, huh? So hopefully other people have gotten some home time, holiday weekend.
Mm.
Yeah, but we know it's been a while since we did a live version, so we just wanted to come hang out. We knew we were going to have some extra time this weekend, so we figured hang out. Y'all could see the little one being crazy. I don't know how long she'll last. We usually hang out for about an hour, so we'll see how long she lasts.
I'd say she's about 2 minutes past due already.
Yeah. So, I see there's a couple people jumping on. So if you can hear us, um, let us know. That way, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and that way I can see that it's going good. So we live kind of out in the middle of nowhere. You might hear some bikes. There's a lot of people that ride bikes by us, and so the road's kind of through our woods, but we live up on the mountain, so it really echoes. So hopefully we don't get a whole pack of them. We did a little bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we did bring the truck home, so that way we could work on it.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow, our day off. Well, really, maybe a little bit tonight. I might get in there. He's not doing it. He's not getting in there. I got some big projects I'm excited about. I can't wait to share with you guys. William's on. So William's been one of our followers for a long, long time, and he watches every video. So
Hi, William.
yeah, loyal. All right, good. You hear this loud and clear. So during our hangout time, our live time, we do it at home because it's a little bit easier. Sometimes we do it on the road, but you know how it is when you're driving down the road, service is not guaranteed, and it makes it really crazy. And normally when we're stopped, it equals chaos. I'm cooking and we're showering, and it just gets crazy. So sometimes live works better for us at home, and it's just we don't have to think about anything or be worried about what we have to get done or what we're getting behind in. But what are you guys up to? We are comfortable, William. Yeah, finally getting to relax. It's been a relaxing weekend already. We took a day off early, so we were off yesterday.
Well, yesterday we had to get up really early to go to a wedding that was 2 hours away, and
Yeah, it ended up being a very long day.
it did. It really. It was a lot. There was no time to relax really
No.
until we got home about 7 o'clock.
But we got dressed up, we got fancy.
Yeah.
It was nice. We got to hang out with some good friends, have some good fellowship.
I was really surprised how many of the younger kids, because there was a DJ at the wedding, and a lot of the younger kids, I mean like 14, 15, 16, know a lot of the old school songs.
Yeah, our friend was like, well, it's because TikTok made him famous. There goes Willow's pen.
Yes.
Oh no, she's losing her
Where's
babies.
your pen going? Oh man. Damn, I'm
Yeah.
not interested to get in it anyway.
Yeah. Now she's going to be interested in it. But yeah, so what are your guys' holidays plans? So during our hangout time, we enjoy you guys asking questions, just getting to know you more. That's kind of what it's about. I feel like I'm a little bit far away. I'm going to move my chair up just a tiny bit. We got a little fire going, and as long as it don't get too hot. I don't know. It's a little warm. It's not too bad out today. There we go. I got a little surprise behind me. Part of my remodel, what I'm going to do.
She's working on the inside, I'm working on the outside.
Yeah, he's going to help me a little bit on the inside because some of the things he's helped me. Well, you guys know, you might have seen it already in the video, the sneak peek. We have a futon that we've put in.
Homemade futon.
A homemade futon. It's nothing fancy. So we'll explain that as We go back and we're gonna film, but we're gonna add more stuff to that and make it like a home. That's what we're going for, because we're in this for the long haul.
That's what she says.
A custom truck in a different kind of way.
Yeah. Maybe one of these days we'll have one of those ARI customs.
That's what a couple people said. They're like, "Why don't you guys move over? Come to the other side."
Because I like being home on the weekends.
Yeah, a lot of the
Those
people
truck,
that we know.
those trucks are so expensive they can't afford to sit.
Yeah, a lot of the people we know that are in them don't have homes, or even if they do, they're like gone for 8 weeks at a time,
No
4 months
thanks.
at a time. We're home every weekend. We go to church every Sunday, so it makes it really nice.
And it's kind of good we should be at church because we planted the church, so or helped the pastor plant the church, I guess.
Yeah, so we're pretty involved in it. We do a lot of work there. Someone said I should come up with a recipe book for the truck. The only problem with the recipe book is
She don't have a recipe.
yeah, I am very blessed
A
and
pinch of this and a whip of that.
I was raised by a country mama, and we don't really have recipes. We just say there's this and there's that, and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this, and stir it together and add this if you need to. And so I cook fully from scratch, and even if I look up a recipe, I don't completely follow it. But that is an idea. I mean, I could. There are some things. Some of my best friends have asked for some of my recipes, so I had to get it out of my head. And even when I did the food truck, um, so a lot of you knew we had a food truck and we sold it this spring. So that's one chapter closed. So it was kind of interesting. 7 years ago, I don't even know what the function was, but it came up in Scott's memory feed, and we had a bunch of pork butts on the smoker, and I was doing it 7 years ago. So it was a little longer than I thought. I thought we had only been doing it for 5 years, but nope.
7 years ago, we were smoking butts for something.
Yeah. So it's bittersweet, you know. But for the food truck, I definitely had to come up with recipes because I had people helping me make some of my side dishes and make homemade buns from scratch. So all of our stuff was homemade and made from scratch. So I had to get the stuff out of my head and make it into a recipe. It was a little bit tough. So no, William, we're not doing the food truck anymore. Um, you might have asked that after I just went over it. So we sold it. The reason we sold it is because um, almost 10 years ago, well, it was 10 years ago, I was really, really sick, and
Smoking?
um, I was told by the doctor, so I have asthma, and I was diagnosed with COPD at 28 years old, and the doctor wanted me to be disabled, and I just know that God created me to live and do stuff and be out of my house and just live life and not be confined to the house and be disabled. So I changed the way I ate and exercised and did a whole lot of other things. And with that food truck, I started to get really sick again. I was getting sick all the time. I mean, even since then, my body, even this winter, my body has still been trying to recover. I got sick 3 times this winter.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah, during right before Christmas, I was sick for almost a month, and then maybe a month and a half ago, I was sick again for like 5 weeks. So when I get sick, I'm down for a long time, and I had to put my health first. I couldn't let, even though I love the food truck so much, Scott loved it, our community loved it. We had a great thing going. We put a lot of heart and passion into it. I couldn't let it destroy the rest of my health and set me back from all the recovering I had done. So yeah,
It was
bittersweet.
a lot of work. Um, Maybe we didn't think it through quite. You know, festivals and stuff like that, there's so much preparation that goes into it. We may do 16 butts at a time is how many we could get on the smoker, and you know that's 5 o'clock in the morning till sometimes 1 o'clock the next morning before you're done with them. And
Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
there would be times where I was working 20 hours straight, and that didn't even count getting the food to the customers. That was just preparing the food.
Yeah.
Um, so, which is a blessing that we were able to get it that successful. What an amazing thing it was. Um,
And we did it all with, we would make a few dollars, put some money back into the business, make a few more dollars. We done it all cash out of pocket, so we didn't take out any loans. We bought the truck for cash, which
yeah,
wasn't very much, and then put, You know, did some more work inside, buy some more equipment. Um, yeah, it was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, but it was definitely a blessing. So yeah, so we've decided since to close that chapter, we're just gonna stay on the road for 2 years with trucking and try to get our house paid off and completely remodeled. So in 2 weeks, we're getting a new roof put on. That's pretty big. Um, and then we'll go to windows. Yeah,
Yeah, and windows and the roof, um, quite expensive right now. Wish we didn't have to do them right now, but the skylights are 22 years old
yeah.
and they're probably going to start leaking. There's one that had a little bit of the rubber seal around it was leaking, and I got that caulked up. But yeah, just stuff needs to be done, and we're just trying to stay ahead of it and get things done before it,
Before it
causes
caused a
a
problem.
problem.
But the windows already have caused a problem in our house. So um, little one is not. She's wanting to run. So Matthew asked who we drive for. So we drive for FedEx Ground. So we drive for a contractor. Um, so yeah, our contractor is B&T Transportation, and we worked for them for 5 years, and then we switched to another contractor because they had us a nice new Volvo and they paid us more money, but we didn't have a normal route, and it ended up being crazy and chaos. And we were working 7 days a week, and we just decided we weren't working that hard. We weren't working that hard. Um, so we went back to our old contractor. He gave us a dedicated route, got us a new truck as well. So it's a brand new International. It's 2024, and it's going to be our home for the next 2 years. Kind of home away from home, I should say. So we'll be working 5 days a week and home 2 days. So we only have to sleep in the truck 4 nights out of the week, and we get to sleep in our beds 3 nights. So
Hmm.
that's a pretty big blessing. My comments went away, so I have to pull them back up. I'm not. We haven't done this like a ton of times, so I'm still a little bit of a rookie sometimes. But yeah, so I'm gonna do. We're just really taking it to the top. I don't know if you guys have seen some of our other videos, but um, we got our sink in there. In our other trucks, for about 4.5 years, I had a dream and a wish to bring hot water into the truck for washing dishes because you guys know I do cook in the truck. So my goal was to cook in the truck, but to do that, to get the hot water, clean the dishes, clean up food mess, hot water was so much easier. And we did that. So we got hot water in the truck. We got a table, we got a little futon, so we got a couch and a bed, and um, making a pantry.
We get all our water. We have well water at home, so all our water comes from home. We usually have 14 gallons with us a week. We have two drinking gallons that we drink out of, and then we have two 6-gallon canisters, and that pretty much gets us through the entire week, doing dishes and drinking water.
Yeah, we usually don't run out. It goes pretty good. Okay, so it's trying to get the comments back up, but I'm not seeing them. I see them over there. Maybe Scott can figure it out for me. I'm not. It's funny. I have a YouTube channel, but honestly, guys, I'm not very techy. I don't do tech very much. So I'll show you what I'm thinking about. You guys know I'm a big thinker, and I'm always looking for the next best thing. I really believe strongly into creating an environment that is satisfying to your mind. So we use real dishes because to me, when you're using paper, it's not letting your mind think that there's a permanent situation there. It's just a throwaway. When you're throwing away all your dishes, you're eating out of maybe canned goods and things like that, which there's nothing wrong with it. That's, some people that's just fine with. But for us, we don't want to wait 2 years before we're eating good quality food and missing out on all the foods. I love to eat. I love to cook. Um, but one of the things I came up with is I don't like how the trucks, they all look alike. Just like when you get like RVs and campers, they're kind of standardized and have a standard look. So I got this stuff. I'm going to show you guys. And come up closer. So, I got this stuff. It is removable peel and stick wallpaper. So this is a wood grain. Let me show you some of the other ones. Here is another one. Oh, so I'm going to use this as like the backsplash in like the kitchenette area. And then I got this pretty blue color. It's like one of my favorite colors. So, No Name, you agree? No Name, what is really... Oh, my name is nobody. What is your real name? Because we talk about you. Scott sees that it pops up and he's like, what's his name? And I'm like, I don't know if it's a him or her.
Nobody.
Yeah. But no, so I'm going to put this on the wall, on the cabinet. So I'm going to transform the cabinets and make them look not as standardized. So I'm trying to read the comments real fast because Scott's still working on getting that up.
See old comments, but not new ones.
It says we're still live. Like, it says we're still streaming. So are you guys still seeing us stream? Maybe give me like a comment and say that it's still working. I don't know. Scott can't get the comments. I always like to view the comments and like make sure we're talking back, and that's the point of this. But yeah, I'm excited about putting this wallpaper up. We'll see if it works. It's an idea. I did some research, and it's pretty thick, and also it's gonna keep the truck cleaner with cooking in the truck. His name is Patrick. I was right. It was a him.
Patrick.
And he is from Northwest Chicago.
Oh, sorry, Patrick.
He's in the suburbs.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
We've driven through Chicago a good many times. Actually, we got our personal vehicle up in Chicago.
I used to go to Des Plaines every night, Patrick. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he didn't enjoy that.
Des Plaines, boss, Des Plaines.
Yeah, so I'm going to be putting this on the walls. And adding some other things. So one thing I'll tell you guys, we'll give you some clues. I did go ahead and remove the cabinet doors off the cabinet, so it just opened. And honestly, it gave it so much more open space in the truck. You don't realize how much the cabinet doors bubble out, especially the lower cabinet. It added like another 6 inches to the floor space of the truck. So to me, that's huge. Like, I don't know, how many square feet do you think the truck is? On the inside.
I have no idea, maybe 45.
Like,
maybe.
it's like
With
barely.
cabinets and everything, the total floor space.
Yeah, like there's barely no square feet. You guys know, like most of you are drivers, but it's tiny. So 6 inches is a lot of real estate. And so I'm gonna put cabinets in, or like baskets and things like that for organizing, because it also keeps the truck a lot more organized. Honestly, when you're putting stuff in the cabinet and it's just on the shelf, it gets bounced around, shuffled around. You open the door, stuff falls out. The doors never stay shut. And I know a lot of people are going to give some pushback, and they're going to say, well, the doors help keep stuff in there if you're in an accident. Well, let me just say, we have known 2 drivers, or 2 separate trucks that were in major accidents. One of them was, and these both work for our company. One of them switched to a different company during his accident, but the whole cab came off the frame of the truck. When that happened, it doesn't matter about any cabinet doors. Like, the truck was completely trashed. Like, everything came out of every spot of the truck, and they were lucky to be alive. So cabinet doors kind of is a false security, honestly. If you're in a major accident.
And they just rattle like crazy and make all kinds of noise and don't stay shut. I mean, some trucks may, but these just don't.
They don't stay shut. Like, they have little magnets, little hooks. They
Plastic
break.
latches.
They just swing back and forth. You're trying to get stuff out. You're fighting the door. But the other people we knew that was in the accident, unfortunately, sadly, he did lose his life. But again, the truck completely imploded. And you couldn't even tell that it was a semi. You saw the frame, and that was about it. So, you know, we get in our heads so much, so many people. I want to encourage you guys to think for yourselves. Like, so many people are just in the mindset of believing what they're told and just go with whatever they say, and it doesn't really serve you best all the time. I can't tell you how many times I've walked in the corner of the darn cabinet because the door swings back shut on me and it hits me in the shoulder.
Or swings open when you're not
Or it
expecting
swings
it.
open when you're sleeping and it's banging around and it wakes you up, and it doesn't really serve us best. So nothing has fallen out. We took the cabinet doors off, 3 weeks ago? Maybe 3 weeks ago?
As soon as we got it.
Yeah, there's nothing has fallen on the ground.
No.
Yeah.
The air fryer doors came open a couple times, but that might be between have something to do with my high speed cornering, getting it up on the
2 wheels.
might have something to do with that.
Did you get the comments back up?
Yeah.
Okay.
William's from Wisconsin.
All
We
right.
got friends that live in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
Liz and Al are in Wisconsin. Oh no, I forgot to send Liz a message to remind her. Hopefully she got the notification. Liz, if you didn't, I'm sorry. I forgot to send it to her. Yeah, so we took off the doors. We made the bottom bed into a futon. And we just still have a lot of stuff to finish up. We have only spent like 6 hours working on the truck. And that included going to Lowe's, getting the supplies, building it out. So tomorrow we have nothing really planned but to work on the truck. Tonight, I might get in there and try to put up one thing of wallpaper because it's got me itching. I just want to see if
She's got no patience like that.
I have been thinking about it for weeks and dreaming about it since we switched from the other company. You guys do remember when we took 3 weeks off? We did a live then. So for two months more, or at least, we've been thinking about how to remodel this truck, how to make it into a home.
So the reason
I'm ready.
the reason we came up with the idea of a sofa bed kind of situation is because you have a toolbox on each side of the truck, and then you've got a cutout in the middle. Well, usually she puts her short person stool up under there.
Yeah, my
and
step.
that's where Willow's crate goes underneath there. But if you actually cut that piece of plywood out, and then that way when you bring your flat piece of plywood up to a bed type situation, then you've got more leg room. And you would not believe how bigger
Yeah.
it just makes the space feel much bigger. And then we've got a lagoon table that swings around. She can cook on it, or we can eat on it, and it really makes for a lot more of a comfortable
And the
feel.
funny thing is I am fairly short. I can stand up underneath of the bottom of the bunk.
I cannot.
Yeah, he saw me walking back underneath of the bed and just moving around and cooking underneath there, and he wasn't really paying attention and walked right into the bunk.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna happen a couple more times, but such is life.
Yeah. Yeah, what are your guys' plans for the weekend? What are you guys gonna do? Are you having a cookout, just relaxing? You gotta work? Curious what everybody else gets to do.
My son actually went to the Indianapolis 500 today. He lives in Indianapolis, so he got 2 tickets and
Get to enjoy that.
yeah, went to a concert and then Indianapolis 500.
We'll get there one day.
You never done that before? It's a lot different now than it used to be when the whole infield was just covered with drunk people, but and it's just an experience.
Yeah.
We went to Carb Day one time, or was it Carb Day?
I don't remember.
We seen Jason Aldean there.
Yeah, it was a good concert. They had planes fly over, and they had
Not just any planes.
they had troops jump out.
F-16s.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a really good time. That's why we're also trying to slow down a little bit, have a little bit more weekend time. It's been a little bit of chaos, so since we switched companies, because we were riding jump seat, so we wanted to get more stuff done around the spring and around our house during the springtime, but spring came really quickly in our area. It's very abnormal. It is usually not this warm yet, but it is, and everything's already green, everything's already flowering. We wanted to trim up our wood line. We had an ice storm that was really bad over the winter, knocked down a lot of trees.
Yeah, you can see a couple locust trees back here that are bent over and
Yeah,
falling down.
we wanted to try to clean that stuff up. There's a lot up by the house, but we haven't done it because sometimes we just say, heck with it, we gotta rest.
times.
Yeah. So we're trying to find out what time is the best time also for chats. I based it off of like when most people watch our videos, which is on Sunday afternoons. But we only have 3 people, it says, on right now. So maybe Sunday wasn't the best.
Sure.
Is there a time or day that works better for you guys? Because we do like to chat. We do like to do the live streams. Um,
And it gives us an opportunity to answer a lot of questions that we may miss, from. Um,
yeah. Sometimes we don't get to see every comment. It does. Sometimes it just gets knocked out. We don't see it. We try to answer almost every comment though, and every private message. So we try to make sure we're good about that. And we're still like mentoring some drivers. Um, if you guys need help, if you need some creative thinking, if your situation isn't working good for you, we do have a lot of experience on the road. We have over 45 years combined together of trucking experience. And we've been husband and wife team drivers now for 6 years. Um, and we have over 1,000,000 miles as husband and wife teams and 1,000,000 miles solo. So we do have a lot of experience. We've just been in the industry for a while, and we're always creatively thinking, and we do a lot of stuff just in the community and outside thinkers. So we enjoy helping people and encouraging people to live out their best life.
any day after 3 works for Mr. England. Is that showing up on there?
Yep, I did see that. I haven't heard of the channel. Patrick's saying he used to watch the channel called Livin Truckin'. I don't think I've heard of them.
Me neither. That
You're
sounds
looking?
weird. Loving trucking. I'm not loving it anymore.
he's over trucking. You guys know that.
I'm sacrificing for.
He has a really big goal God put on his heart to pay off our house. So even though he is mentally and emotionally tapped out from driving, he is gonna do it so that we can knock out the house.
Still get in there and get another round in.
Yeah. So you're looking
Knock it
for an organic mattress suggestion. So our mattress isn't necessarily organic. It's not organic certified, but I do want to say. So I've done a lot of research. I'm big into how things are grown, how things affect your body. I don't know if you guys got to listen earlier, but I was saying how at 28, doctors wanted me to be disabled. So I had to really learn a lot to take back my health, and I've learned a ton through that. And just because it's grown organically doesn't mean it has to be processed organically to be organically certified. So they can be putting harmful chemical bleaches, especially in like cottons and mattress toppers, which are usually a cotton blend. They can have a lot of harmful chemicals in that processing. So we did this deep dive, and it took us probably 2 years of research for a mattress.
A little while.
So what we have found is we actually have a custom sleep system. So it's the base is the Froley system. I probably need to make another refresher video because we've gotten a lot of followers since then. But the base, it is used for a lot of sailboats and RVs in Germany.
And it was designed to keep them from molding in moist situations, like RVs when they sit empty and sailboats.
So because you wouldn't want to use a standardized box spring because it traps moisture. So it's like a box spring, an open style box spring that has flex and give. And it honestly, it truly helps like deflect the balance of the roads when you hit those bridge seams and stuff. It really, really helps. And then we work with a company called Delarkin. And Delarkin makes custom RV mattresses. So RH is the owner's name. I forget his partner's name. I always talk to RH. Sorry.
If you want something custom, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Because he can make it any size you want.
Any size, any thickness. So we have come up together with Nickel Atlantic, which is where we get the Froley box spring from, and Delarkin mattress. We worked them together. We do have a link. There's some old videos. If you look under our playlist called Better Night's Sleep, you'll see a ton of videos. We've had the same mattress and system for 4 years now. We're still sleeping on it. We're teams, so you have to remember, 4 years of team drivers
There's
sleeping
a
on
butt
it.
on it all the time.
It's like 8 years at least to a standard person sleeping on it. So, but the biggest thing with mattresses is that we want to encourage people about. Most people don't know this, and Delarkin will do this. Is the flame retardant on mattress toppers. So it is a latex mattress that we have. It's like a latex and a memory foam blend.
So this is the one she's talking. The Larkin.
There's Delarkin, I think, has some latex blend to it, but they work with the aerospace industry, so it's really, really high-end memory foam. So it doesn't have to be 11 inches. It's a 4-inch mattress.
Yeah.
And which is allow the Foley system to work better because it's not too thick.
Yeah. If we had a 10-inch mattress, there's no way we could get the mattress to bend in an L shape.
Yeah.
To work for.
And you're not going to feel the springs in the box spring as well.
Yeah.
But we don't have on the mattress topper. There's no flame retardant on it. Which flame retardants, do your own research. We did it. Just Google it. There has been so many linked studies to major health complications, especially with young children.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if your truck catches on fire, if your house catches on fire, and I'm saying this because I have been in 2 house fires, like I've had 2 house fires. I know the statistics, I know the studies. If you are in a fire, you're going to probably die of smoke inhalation before your mattress saves you. So it's a false sense of security, just like the darn doors on your cabinets. Don't let it fool you. So I suggest getting a custom mattress, getting that flame retardant off your mattress, and we love it. We love it. There's, like I said, there's links in our things. Yeah, we really suggest that mattress. Another one that we have worked with, or that we have in our personal home, it's called Build-A-Bed, and those are 100% latex mattresses. And the same thing. If a company says they can't do it, you can always work with your doctor and they can give you a note so you don't have to have the flame retardant on your mattress. So that's what we do.
And that is 100% latex. So the mattress will come in three 3-inch layers. So it's actually a 9-inch mattress, and you can have each layer a different firmness. So we have like a really firm on the bottom, a medium firm in the middle, and then a softer on the top, which I think I might have got a little too soft, but it's still a really nice mattress.
And so Love and Truckin', I'm just now remembering, was that the couple that we first started? Was it Lisa's friends with them? Andrea, and what is her hubby's name? She had shorter hair and really fun glasses. They were probably about Scott's age. They were a couple, and they did different cooking and things like that. Is that the Love and Truckin'? Was it maybe like 5 years ago they had their channel? And Jay, Andrea and Jay. They're the ones that I found out like what to do with no bathroom and using the laundry jug. I don't know, maybe. Yes, that's them. Okay, yes. So actually, we do know what happened to them. They are back in trucking. So our friends that own the Big Bunk, I don't know if you guys saw that video, the Big Bunk video, Liz and Al, are friends with Andrea and Jay. And so Andrea had gotten injured on the truck, and they stopped trucking for a little while. And they bought a homestead, and they were going to be doing homesteading. And then life got crazy, and they actually just started driving again. But they're doing some private runs and stuff like that didn't allow them to have their YouTube channel back, but it's something that they think about regularly, is bringing their channel back. And I think they want to write a book, maybe. I think that's what Liz had told me. Yeah, no, I loved their channel too. They were really, really fun. I remember seeing her little like trampoline thing, and she would get out and jump on it during breaks. We loved their channel as well. Actually, she's the one that really got my mind going, and she's the only channel that I found that had anything remotely close to what I wanted to do in the truck. That gave me inspiration, because we had a ton of experience driving. Solo driver, we could tell you tons about trucking, how to be a safe driver, how to do some driving hacks and tips and tricks, all about driving. But when it came to living on the road, we were clueless.
Nothing. We knew
We were
nothing.
clueless. Yeah. So
That was
we
a
did get
struggle.
some inspiration from them, and we've just continued to learn and grow from there. And to me, like, there is no limits. There's no, there's nothing I don't think you can really do or get in the truck. I make some pretty gourmet meals. Uh, Somebody else said they go with the cookbook as well. I make some pretty gourmet meals in the truck. Last week I made, if you guys follow us on Instagram and Facebook, I try to do more like daily. I know YouTube now has a story just like Instagram, but to get it all linked together and post on like 3 different apps and keep up with it and keep it ready to say, it's a lot of work. Like, we run teams, so this one is a lot more laid back, but you know,
Still got its challenges. We still
yeah.
have flat tires. We still have other things to deal with. Roads getting closed late.
And not only that, like we
Missing
mentioned
my
before,
alarm clock. You know, things happen.
oh my gosh, that happened to me. He's joking. It did not happen to him. Okay, so he is blessed. He doesn't ever have to wake up to an alarm clock other than he's saying, honey, wake up.
Yeah.
I'm the one that gets our loads. And so the way we work out is I get our loads, I hook our loads, get on the road, and then Scott just wakes up whenever naturally he wants to wake up. Or if we're at our destination, it's time to shower or eat breakfast. Um, so I have never in my life overslept. And 2 weeks ago, I missed my alarm. I didn't hear work calling me, and I missed our loads. It was a bad day. So they were hot loads, and just so you guys know how you get your packages delivered by FedEx to your house, it's because after 3 hours of being late, I pretty much got canceled. So
Well, they gave them to somebody
yeah,
else.
they gave it to somebody else because I wasn't there. So
Well, we were there. We were right outside the door, but we didn't answer the phone. So
yeah, I was literally, he parked me the night before. So then he drives us in and he unhooks us and gets us to our destination. And so we drive to Orlando. So we go from Maryland to Orlando twice a week and then halfway on Saturdays. And so he gets us in and parks, and we normally get to sleep in the same bed for about 4 hours or so, sometimes 5. And so he had us parked right out front of the hub. You could see our truck from their desk.
from the dispatch office, yeah.
Oh man, now I'm paranoid because this never happened. So I keep setting 2 alarms. So I'm paranoid. Yeah, you're welcome for the update on them. I know sometimes the comments are delayed, so it kind of makes it a little bit tough. Um, but yeah, no, now I'm paranoid of oversleeping. But it's really tough. FedEx does run stricter schedules to keep up on it. You have to run dedicated routes, things like that, and it really helps get your packages to your house faster. Um, but yeah, so it's tough. But if you follow us on Instagram, if you follow us on Facebook, then you'll see more of like our dailies of what's happening. If there is, like you said, the blown tire the other week, and I decided to take a good chance and opportunity of, trying to make the best of it, right? Making lemonade with lemons.
Man, made a rhubarb strawberry pie for me.
Yeah,
Boy,
I made
was
a
it
whole
good.
pie from scratch on the side of 295
In Richmond.
in Richmond, Virginia. So if any of you've ever driven through there, you guys know it can be crazy. And yes, it was a crazy time. And I want to encourage you guys, if you see somebody broke down on the side of the road, get over. Like, that was probably, anytime we break down and we're on the side of the road, it's nerve-wracking when people don't get over. People hit people all the time that's on the shoulder. You don't do it on purpose.
Typically, we would just put the hazard lights on and try to drive to a safe place, an exit ramp or something where the mechanic can do his work safely. But
I did it
when
a
the
good
tire
one.
blew, it was just the outside casing or the tread, and it wrapped around the axle. So she got over and got stopped quick enough that
it didn't cause even more damage. I
Yeah.
lost my mud flap.
But if we would have tried to keep going, it could have tore up a brake chamber or something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't. You know, especially guys who run the super singles. When you have a flat tire, you're done.
Yeah.
There's no limping to an exit.
This little one's doing so good. She's whining a little bit. She wants down to play. But so little Willow now is 16 weeks old. She's doing good. She has a tough time adjusting to home life. So we got her at 9 weeks old, and we got her right in the truck. We got her right into training. And so we set up a really structured environment. We try to get her up at the same time. We try to stop. If you guys saw my video. We try to stop at the same places, and apparently we kept putting ourselves in danger for the gators. We try to get ourselves ate by gators.
Mm.
A 4-foot gator, huh, girl? Luckily, we don't adventure too far from the truck though, or the headlights, because I know it's a possibility. And just from like when we used to drive out to Texas, New Mexico, California, we were always told like, be careful even on the blacktop because the snakes, the scorpions, and stuff will come out and lay out there to get warm. But no, we have our strict routine. We do a lot of training with her. She's doing really good and obedient. But at home, she loses it.
And we're not endorsed, but if you have any plans of getting a puppy, we found a program called Baxter and Bella.
Yeah,
Bella
Bella
and
or
Baxter.
Baxter, something like that.
Bella and Baxter. It was $200, and I
It's been
think with
phenomenal.
with our other pup, I think we paid $100 just to take her to
Like PetSmart.
PetSmart for 4 training sessions, which was helpful. But
It got her off to a good start, but this is
the Bella and Baxter, they will walk
phenomenal.
you through everything. If you have any questions, they'll set up a live chat. If you want to text, they'll do that. So, and it's lifetime for, So if you.
So if she gets a bad habit or bad behavior that we want to break, we just call them and say, help us out. And yeah, so I mean, we already did call them once because this girl is so stubborn. And so we had a couple problems. One, she's really stubborn and doesn't know that she's going to hurt herself. So they said she should calm down in another 4 weeks. So at 20 weeks, she should stop being so dangerous. But she's really dangerous, and we got worried that she was going to hurt herself because when we got her, she was only about 1.5 pounds, and now she's 2.5 pounds.
Yeah, big jump in a month.
Yeah, so she's 2.5 pounds now, but she's still really, really tiny. And so by training her, we use food to train her. And so we can't really work with her too much because she gets full really fast. You want over here. Come here.
What's down?
She just wants to be crazy. Yeah, no, we agree that nowadays, like, even if you try to get over to the left lane to avoid a truck or a car that's broke down, people don't let you over. It really infuriates us. We get really upset by that because it's not hard. Slow down. I mean, for us, we're out here doing a job. We're trying to do our job the best we can and help serve America and get everything where it needs to go and be safe and keep everybody else safe. And we're out here doing a job, and most people that are on the highway are at leisure. Even if they're on their way to work, that's still leisure time. They're not currently doing their job. And just to have some courtesy and respect for other people than themselves. People are so stuck up in living in their own life and not really thinking. Yeah.
It's amazing to me the amount of people on the highway that don't know what a turn signal is. If you put your left turn signal on to try to get over to give space for a broke down vehicle or whatever, they don't care. They're in a hurry. They got their own thing to do.
We joke that we run out of blinker fluid, but the old saying is, if you've been around for enough and you've been in these kind of industries or dock jobs, they always set you up for some kind of funny prank. So one of the things with trucker initiation, and you're learning the pre-trip, they'll tell you to get some blinker fluid for your truck.
Mm-hmm.
So we constantly say that we must be out of blinker fluid because ain't nobody seeing our turn signal on. A little one. She wants to get down to run for a minute. We'll let her down for a minute. We'll see how she does. But she's probably going to stay pretty small. She'll probably stay, she wants a drink.
4 to 5 pounds maybe, the vet thinks.
She was thirsty. She's going to try to get her head stuck in there. She probably would. There we go. Hi, Jenny. Jamie's here.
Hi, Jamie. Hope hubby's better.
Yeah, in the Vega with her ears.
Mm-hmm.
we love doing our videos. So just saying thanks for making them, but honestly, thank you for watching them. You know, the only reason we started a channel, again, I'm not very techy, but we started it so that we could help other people because, like I said earlier, Andrea and Jay were some of the only people that we knew that had like a good channel. There's a lot of trucking channels out there now, but
There's a lot of
honestly,
hogwash too.
there's a lot of garbage out there. I'll just say, and I'm not knocking people. I'm just being honest. Um, and we wanted to put out videos that to teach people, help people, encourage people, and really just add to their life. Like there wasn't much out there, and there really still isn't much out there similar. I know the shorts are helping people get out there more. You see more people cooking in the cab. There's a couple Facebook groups out there that are cooking in the truck, things like that. So we're in those groups. But really, when it comes to like teaching someone the lifestyle of trucking, there's not much out there. So that's why we started our channel and just stick with it. If there's ever a video you guys want to see or you have a question, something you want us to create, I know there's a couple requests out there for you guys see my workouts and things like that. I guess I could touch base about that. So my workouts, it's pretty comical. Um, I started in January working out again because my asthma again. I was getting really sick and whatnot, and so for me, working out is it strengthens my lungs, so it's really helpful. But I decided to go back to the basics and doing what I learned in elementary school. So I just do elementary school exercises 4 times a week and I'm getting great results. So and then we also eat really well. But since January, I think I've lost like 5 pounds, which isn't a lot, but anytime you're moving in a better direction, it's a better thing. Like if you're able to, you know, improve. So working out has been a request. So I'll cover that topic um, and suggest a couple apps and things like that I use. But then also, what was the other one? Oh, grocery shopping. Grocery shopping is really hard because my goal and Scott's goal, because I do most of the cooking and most of the grocery shopping, is to one day never buy from a grocery store. So I'm about 75% there of stuff that I buy. I mean, I'll probably always have to buy it for Scott
Yeah,
because you can't get
I don't know
Dr.
where you're
Pepper
gonna
from the
find Dr.
farm.
Pepper at, but if you can get a farmer to make some of that for
I'll
me.
probably be like 99%. I don't know. He likes popcorn too, so that might be another thing. But yeah, continuing to buy farm. But I could definitely do a video on what it looks like at home. So at home, we kind of set up our own warehouse, like simulation of stuff. Um, we have like our freezers full of meat. We have vegetables, and we are going to be canning more stuff this year. So, like something fun I did last week, we have a lot of locust trees around us, and so they're in bloom. But you can make a simple syrup out of the blooms on a locust tree are edible. So I made simple syrup out of locust blooms, and I was thinking about getting some this evening for dessert. Scott doesn't know, and I was gonna deep fry him.
Guessing that was good. I don't know. I didn't try it.
He's not as adventuring with some of my crazy ideas and things. But doing some canning of vegetables, canning meat. We have a friend that cans rabbit, so he's gonna, can some rabbit meat for us. Things like that.
And this fire is more for just looks. When we get done with this live feed, we're eating off of it. We're putting some brats on here and some potatoes, and yep, it's more than just pretty.
It's gonna be good. So, Willow's over there eating some walnuts. I guess it's okay for her, right? She has like she's just all dog sometimes. Like she loves sticks, she loves rocks, she loves playing fetch, she loves digging holes. She
She's a puppy.
Yeah, she's a little pistol. Yeah, she's just on the other side of the fire pit having fun. But yeah. So what else? What other videos would you guys like to see? Other topics? Um, just different things like that. Like, let us know. Like, we enjoy making content. That's not just what we want, because it's not about us. We want to help improve your life. So what is it that you're needing, and that we can help you with? We don't just want to know all this stuff and not really use it for the good of other people. That's just not our way of life. And eventually, we had talked about last time doing live feed for church, but church is kind of crazy right now because they let us know 3 weeks ago that they were going to replacing the roof on the school.
Mm-hmm.
So we meet in an elementary school, but now we can't meet at the elementary school for about 6 weeks. And so we're just trying to find out those details. And then we have to move down to the fire hall down the street and work out those logistics. And so it's just another thing. We're not ready to go live yet. We're a new church with a younger pastor and a younger congregation. So we want to take it slow and make sure we're doing things well before we just do them. I mean, for us, our YouTube channel, I guess, we started out rough. If you guys have been around for a long time, we've come a long way.
Yep.
A long way. It used to take us forever to make a video, and our videos were really long. And we would have to do like take 1 million. Now we can do it in one shot usually.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Organizing and cooking. Yeah, so I am gonna, as I'm organizing the truck, I am gonna do a lot of breakdown videos. So the goal is with the truck is film it and try to replicate some of the stuff. You know, we already built the futon. We didn't film it because we didn't have that much time. It was dark. It was raining. So we were trying not to get soaking wet. But we'll still go over how we built it and what we did. But then also I'm going to do a whole tour of like, as I'm putting everything else and organizing it, how that works out. And then do single breakdowns. So like organizing my spices in the truck or organizing our clothes in the truck. Organizing our shower bag. I did just get this really nice diaper bag, which is funny. I'm using a diaper bag for my shower bag because...
Get ready to start wearing diapers again.
But the diaper bag has all of these compartments, and it's like a decent size. It's so many compartments. And so it just makes it easier for storing all of our stuff when we go into the truck stop to shower. Yeah, different things like that. Our tech bag, our laundry bag, our food. I have some containers. One thing I'm working on is we like fresh fruits and vegetables, and we're trying to eat seasonal. So whatever is in season, which means a lot more fresh produce, or what we can, is what we're trying to eat. So thinking about adding another fridge to the truck. Not sure yet. Just kind of see, get a lot of it done, and then make the videos, and then see what we need to add.
I'll add to that. Yeah, smoke's getting me. We're pretty lucky because we're in an area where there's a lot of Mennonite families and that have big greenhouses, so they kind of grow stuff throughout the year, whether it may be season or not in season. But
tunnel growing in the greenhouse.
We're pretty lucky with that we can get fresh fruit and vegetables.
I'm ready for some spring stuff because we've been eating carrots and cabbage a
and
lot.
Potatoes.
And potatoes.
Sprouting potatoes.
Yeah, the potatoes have sprouts. So, we love you too, Jamie. But no, so we're ready for some fresh stuff. Like the strawberries and the rhubarb was fresh. That's why I made it. We're getting some asparagus in, spinach, kale, some different things like that. But like you said, some of like the spinach, we can get spinach all year round. For the most part, I don't know. In the hot of the summer, it gets too hard. It gets too hot in the greenhouse. But even in the wintertime, we can get tunnel spinach. So it's really nice. So they also believe in best farm practice. So it's not certified organic. Again, that doesn't always matter. They don't believe in spraying their food if they don't have to, and they keep costs really, really low. So we can actually eat really cheap doing farm fresh organic food. It's not certified, but we can eat farm fresh organic food for really affordable. I know I'll try to break down our budget, but there'll be times where, like, I go to this it's an indoor farmers market, and they have all the farmers come together, and you can go there and you can just shop like 30 different farmers, from mushrooms to strawberries to
kombucha.
Herbs. Yeah, kombucha. You guys know I drink a lot of kombucha if you follow us on Facebook and all. But you can get all this stuff. I'll get 3 to 4 weeks worth of fruits, vegetables, and all of those kind of things, and I'll put it in my fridge at home because when it's fresh, it lasts at home. So if you're home every week or even every other week, you can stock up on stuff and keep it in your home refrigerator because it's so fresh, it lasts. You don't have to eat it all in 1 week. So I'll go and buy a month worth. I might spend $130, and it's our fruits and vegetables and kombucha for a month.
Because Lord knows you ain't getting nothing in them little bitty refrigerators in the truck.
No, there's no extra nothing. No, yeah. You're also, yeah. So Patrick's also interested in doing, supporting farmers, independent farmers, and things. We, with our business model for our food truck, it's just the way that we live. Oh, she's running to the woods. She might have to go. Oh, she found her playpen. So we do live pretty remote in areas. There are black bears and coyotes and chicken hawks. So having a little tiny pup, we can't let her free wander too much. She will be somebody's supper. Um, but no, so our model is just supporting the community. We try to live off of really biblical principles in our daily walk. So biblical principles is, taking care of your neighbors, and we try to go off of what your neighbor is where you could travel to on your feet or on an animal that you could ride. So really that means within a 5 mile radius. So we try to keep it in as close to our house as we can to take care of our neighbors, our community. Uh, so that's just, kind of why we also do Farm Fresh. It's just trying to live off of those biblical principles and taking care of our neighbors, taking care of our community. So, yeah, I don't know. I know we're a bit strange and eccentric in some areas, some people might say, but we try to just live good, honest life. And she got me worried. She's gonna run back in there. She's learning. She's fast. She doesn't completely know. At a truck stop, she realized, or no, a rest area, she learned she was fast, and we thought she was gonna get away. Oh, I'm sure the people in the rest area had a really good laugh. We looked like fools chasing her. I mean, she's tiny. She's the size of his foot. And we were just chasing her around in circles. So yeah, anything else, guys? Like, what are you guys doing this weekend? I asked you that, but I didn't see any responses. What are you guys doing this weekend? Holiday weekend. Are you just relaxing? Hopefully you guys are all just relaxing. We're going to try to relax. I think I might go up to the store and get some of our favorite drink. It's called Bold Rock. It's, again, another local drink. It's down in Virginia, so it's not as local.
Hard cider.
It's hard cider. It's really good. So, because we're professional drivers, we honestly don't drink that often, but we're off tomorrow. So, might have a couple drinks, relax a little bit, kick back. We got our radio back there already. Turn that off. So, listen to some music, have a couple drinks, eat some good food, chill. The little fearless one came back. Here she is. She is honestly fearless. There's not much that scares this little one. There she goes with a rock. Yeah. Ticks. If you guys have pups, if drivers that have pups or animals, be very careful of ticks. We have pulled 6 ticks off of her already. Scott had a tick. Yeah, Scott had a tick. Whenever we had that blown tire is where she got 2 of them and he got his tick. We didn't find his tick for 3 days. We saved the tick, and yeah, we're keeping an eye on it. He still has a spot from it, so a little worrisome. But we got some home time as well. Good. But yeah, check your pets for the ticks, because this year it seems really crazy, really bad year for ticks. I guess because everything just grew so fast, and around us it's already getting dry. Like the ground is already hard, which it usually doesn't dry out until
July or August.
Yeah, like July. It doesn't get dried up because we have natural springs coming out of the mountains. So for anybody that's interested where we actually live, if you have ever heard of Camp David, the presidential retreat, We live in that same flying district, I guess you could say. So we live in the no fly. We live in a protected zone because a presidential retreat is just a few miles away. And
The no-fly zone is really a no-fly zone. I tried to get my drone off the ground, and it's like landing in 30 seconds, restricted. Can't even fly a drone here.
yeah, I thought they he tried it a couple times, and I started to get worried because around us in the no-fly zone, the government will just take over your drone and fly it away. And I did not want our drone to be
Sometimes.
taken over. That would suck. So we got a drone to fly around and play around at our house and practice it and make some drone footage, but we never have time to practice because we can't fly the drone at home. One day maybe we'll get some more drone footage. We do every
Maybe.
once in a while. So yeah, but I'm excited to start on the truck project. Do any of you guys else add customization? Do you guys cook in your cab? Um, what do you guys have? Like I wanna learn from you guys as well. We don't know it all. We don't. We're always learning and changing. And one thing that we've added is a camp toilet. It makes life a little bit easier. We still have our jug, so it's more like a compostable toilet.
It's an
Um,
emergency toilet. You know, we don't use it every day, but
but
there's
instead of
sometimes there
holding
come
it and
times.
making our digestive system get messed up, and our intestine gets messed up, it's natural stuff. But the world tells us we shouldn't talk about it. But it's a regular, natural thing.
Shit happens.
Ah, yeah, so we still have our jug. We use our jug. And we have a new hack for that, so I'll be making a bathroom video. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys do in your trucks? Have you made it into a home?
You know, a lot of people, we get funny looks sometimes when we're walking with a laundry jug, but most of the time people don't think anything about it if we're carrying it into the truck stop to go take a shower and rinse it out, dump it in the toilet, rinse it out, and I don't know if you've ever seen those little gel, what she's talking about. You just put one of those little gel dots on the inside of the cap,
Cap.
put a little water in it, rinse it around, it
Hmm.
stays fresh, I guess.
I mean, it smells better than a porter pot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, but there's so many people, like, really, come on, people, like, our friend,
Who can pee in a water jug, in a water, not a jug, but a water bottle? I mean,
one,
who
I
can
would
pee in that
fill
anyways?
2 water jugs if I tried that trick. So that'd be dangerous.
And then throw it out on the side of the road.
That's
That's just,
disgusting.
it's just not right.
But honestly, like, think of, like, our friend, she's 94 years old. For most of her life, she lived with outdoor, like, no indoor plumbing. Like, she didn't have a shower, she didn't, none of that. So it's really like a new thing. I mean, there's still people in our area, and now it's a new trend to be living off grid. So just because it's in the truck doesn't make any difference. It's off grid living, it's all in how you perceive it, it's all in how you take it. So we're just off grid living in the semi.
And we've got some friends who don't have indoor plumbing. Um,
Yeah.
they've got an old outhouse, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a shock to the system at 28 degrees to go outside and have to use an outhouse, but
He did
um,
it.
you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
I was raised really country, but Scott was raised in the city.
kind of, sorta.
Yeah. So, but it's not that big of a deal. I don't think. We've adjusted. I mean, to really make our goal possible, paying off our house and remodeling it, you got to be able to stretch the limits. You got to make daily life more enjoyable. And if we're able to save time, slight time by using a composting toilet or cooking while we're driving down the road or being better organized so we're not opening cabinet doors, it seems crazy, but every time you have to open something and sort through something, and every time you're going through that, it's more time and more time and more time. By the end of the day, you have ate up so much time, you didn't even have a time to shower. You had no time to eat good food. So we streamline so many things so that we have time to eat good food. We don't have to rush through it. We can
Well,
shower every
really,
day.
all that streamlining has just equated into more pee-pee stops
Yeah,
Willow.
we've streamlined, and we thought we were going to have all this extra time,
Hmm.
and we didn't think we was going to get another puppy.
Here we are.
Here we are with a puppy, so we streamlined all this. We thought we were going to have lots of extra time. We were going to stop at the rest area and go walking or have an outdoor picnic, but we have to stop every 2 hours for 15 minutes to 20 minutes for little Willow. So we're actually adding like 2 hours to our day for Willow's
Probably about that. I mean, every time
bathroom
we
stuff.
pull over, it's 10 or 15 minutes, and she has to go every 2 hours, and over a 16-hour trip, yeah,
It adds up.
it adds up.
Yeah, but it's okay. We love her. We wouldn't trade her. We glad we got her. She's adding a lot of value, and she is getting a lot better. She's starting to go a little bit longer. She's over there walking. That's why if you wonder what we're looking at, we're just watching her. She's getting a little bit better, holding it a little bit longer. So we know that it'll just keep getting easier and better. The good thing about small dogs is one, they don't take up much room in your truck, and two, um, they just I don't know they take up less room. They mature faster. So big dogs take about 2 years to stop growing. She only has like 3 to 5 months. At 9 months, they're almost done growing. So she's already halfway through her growing.
And her poops are only like that.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta watch some guy chasing after a 100-pound dog picking up a man poop. I mean, that's just my thought.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So if she does have an accident in the truck, which she really doesn't have very many. Last week we had 2 accidents
She's got
all
a couple.
week. But she's doing really, really good. But it's not that big of a mess. It's not a crisis. So
And she did it. They actually make not sponsored, but WeatherTech actually makes floor mats for trucks. And one of her accidents was on the WeatherTech floor mat, so it was contained.
Yeah.
No big deal.
yeah, drains straight out the door, rinse it off.
Yeah.
It's all good. We used to do like the bucket. Patrick's saying the 5-gallon bucket with a scented kitchen bag. We do use the kitchen scented bag. A hack, I don't know if you guys know, but bags are made inside out. So to make them work properly and better, you put the bag on your trash can or bucket, you put it on, and then you push the bag down in the bag. That's how you're supposed to properly put on a trash bag. And they're designed to trap odor in those kind of ways. So like some bags have white and black. The white is supposed to be on the inside and the black is supposed to be on the outside. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it does change the way the odor protective stuff works. It is designed to work a certain way. And if you're not using it the way, it doesn't always work as good. So yeah. But all right, guys. So it's been about an hour or so. It's a little after 5. So we're gonna hop
Dinner
off.
time.
Yeah, make some supper on this. I'm gonna run, go get us some Bold Rock, enjoy, and I'm probably gonna put on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you which one I'm gonna try, and I'll tell you what I'm doing. Since you guys tune in on the live stream, you get some sneak peek. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put it on this way, and I'm going to make it look like a faux beam. So on the top of the bunk, there is like this extra padding, and I'm gonna try to make it look like a faux beam. We live in a log cabin. We love wood, so we're gonna try to add that in. So stay tuned. Hopefully it works. Hopefully I have patience. We get all the air bubbles out. I've watched videos. I've watched videos, so we will see. Alex is on his way for dinner. So we'll see how it works. So guys, stay tuned.
Bring some Bold Rock with you.
Yeah, bring some Bold Rock. We'll see how this week goes. I'm hoping to get a bunch done tomorrow because I really want to get out that video for you guys. I've been saying I was going to get it out, but life has just been too crazy, or we're not home enough, and we have to depend on making sure we're getting good rest. That is our top priority when we get home, to get refreshed. Yeah, so that way we can have a better week and really just set it up better. Little Willow's adventuring. But yeah, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the holiday. Remember what it's all about. Remember the sacrifice that has been paid for us to live in this beautiful land of the free. And remember, guys, it is wonderful. Yeah, I know we can complain and get crazy, but recognize that people every day come from all around the world trying to smuggle themselves into our country for the opportunity. They're willing to risk their lives, and so many people risk their lives to have the opportunity to come to our country to live here because it is so great. So don't forget that people are dying so you can be free, and people are willing to die to come live free. So we are blessed, blessed, blessed beyond measures to live in America. I am so grateful, and I just want to remind you guys that that's what it's all about, is remembering that. So take some time and just show just some gratefulness, some gratitude of thinking, and reflect on that gratefulness and remember what it's really about, and just enjoy your time. All right, guys. So stay safe, enjoy the adventures, and we will see you soon. We hit the road on Tuesday to go back out.
Bye.